Your body is an incredible masterpiece of cooperation, a biological city with nearly 80 organs and about a dozen major systems all working in perfect, silent harmony. It's an orchestra where every single instrument knows its part. But what happens when one of those systems, without any warning, just quits? It doesn't simply stop. It kicks off a chain reaction, a catastrophic domino effect that can bring the entire operation crashing down. Today, we're not just going to talk about it, we're going to watch it happen, starting with one of the most underappreciated, yet absolutely critical systems in your entire body. Meet the urinary system. It might not get the same glory as the heart or the brain, but its job is just as vital. This system, made up of your two kidneys, your bladder, and the tubes connecting them, is the body's master filtration plant. Think of your kidneys as the most advanced purification centers you can imagine. Every single day, they filter around 180 liters of fluid from your blood, pulling out waste, excess salt, and extra water to create about 1 to 2 liters of urine. They are the tireless guardians of your body's internal balance, a state scientists call homeostasis. They manage your blood pressure, trigger the production of red blood cells, and keep your electrolytes at the precise levels needed for every other cell in your body to work. But what if this guardian falls? What if the kidneys, our patient zero in this biological disaster, just stop working? We're not talking about a slow decline, we're talking about acute, total failure. The filtration grinds to a halt. The consequences aren't isolated. They are immediate, and they unleash a devastating cascade that will ripple through every corner of the human body. When the kidneys shut down, the first and most obvious consequence is that filtration stops. Within hours, the body is thrown into chaos. Waste products, especially a substance called urea from the protein you eat, start piling up in the blood at an alarming rate. This condition is called uremia, and it literally means your blood is becoming toxic. Imagine a city where the garbage collectors suddenly walk off the job indefinitely. Trash piles up on every corner, creating a toxic, unlivable mess. That's exactly what's happening inside your bloodstream. At the same time, the body loses its ability to manage water. Without the kidneys to get rid of excess fluid, it begins to build up in your tissues, a condition called fluid retention. This isn't just about feeling a bit bloated. This extra fluid has nowhere to go, and it starts putting immense pressure on every other system. The first domino has fallen. The body is now dealing with poisoned blood and a rising internal flood, setting the stage for the next system to feel the strain. The circulatory system is the body's vast transport network, an incredible 60,000-mile-long highway of arteries and veins delivering oxygen and nutrients everywhere. But now, the cargo it's carrying is toxic. The heart, the powerful engine of this network, is the first to feel the hit. It's now forced to pump blood that's thick with toxins and overloaded with fluid. This has two devastating effects. First, all that extra fluid dramatically increases the volume of blood, which causes a rapid and dangerous spike in blood pressure. The heart has to work so much harder to push this heavier load through the blood vessels, putting a massive strain on the cardiac muscle. Think of it like trying to force twice the water through a garden hose at twice the pressure. Eventually, the hose or the pump is going to break. Second, the toxic state of the blood directly harms the heart and blood vessels. High levels of waste can cause the sac around the heart to become inflamed, a painful condition called pericarditis. On top of that, kidney failure is a major risk factor for atherosclerosis, where arteries harden and narrow, jacking up the risk of heart attacks and strokes. The circulatory system, the lifeline for the entire body, is now compromised. It's pumping toxic, high-pressure fluid through damaged pipes, and the consequences are about to spread with terrifying speed. The third domino to fall is the command center itself, the nervous system. The brain and nerves run everything from your thoughts to your heartbeat, and they are incredibly sensitive to the chemical balance of your blood. When the toxic blood from the failing circulatory system reaches the brain, the effects are profound. This buildup of toxins in the brain leads to a condition known as uremic encephalopathy. Neurological symptoms can start with mild confusion and exhaustion, but can quickly escalate to personality changes, muscle twitches, and uncontrolled tremors. People might struggle to concentrate, lose their memory, and experience what's often described as a mental fog. If the kidney failure isn't treated, these symptoms can become far more severe. The haywire electrical activity in the brain can trigger seizures as nerve cells begin to fire erratically. The person can become delirious and disoriented. In the worst cases, the relentless toxicity will overwhelm the central nervous system completely, leading to a coma. The body's master controller is shutting down. The chaos is spiraling, spreading to the very systems that control our breath and our bones. The cascade now hits two more fundamental systems. The respiratory system, which partners with the circulatory system to swap oxygen and carbon dioxide, is in serious trouble. The massive fluid overload that started when the kidneys failed now finds its way into the lungs. This is called pulmonary edema, and it's basically drowning from the inside out. Fluid leaks into the tiny air sacs, the alveoli, where gas exchange happens. Breathing becomes a desperate, shallow struggle for air. This is made even worse by another problem: anemia. Damaged kidneys stop making a hormone called erythropoietin, which tells the bone marrow to create red blood cells. With fewer red blood cells to carry oxygen, the body is starved of the one thing it needs to survive, leading to deep fatigue and shortness of breath. Meanwhile, a slower, more sinister attack is being waged against the skeletal system. Your bones aren't just scaffolding, they're a living reservoir of minerals. Kidneys are key to balancing calcium and phosphorus and activating vitamin D for bone health. When they fail, this delicate balance is shattered. Phosphorus levels in the blood shoot up, while calcium levels plummet. In a desperate attempt to fix things, the body starts pulling calcium directly from the bones. The result is a devastating condition called renal osteodystrophy. Bones become weak, brittle, and easily fractured. The skeletal structure itself can even become deformed, which can in turn restrict lung capacity and make the respiratory failure even worse. We've now reached the final catastrophic stage. What began with the silent failure of two fist-sized organs has exploded into a body-wide state of emergency. This is multiple organ dysfunction syndrome, where the failure of one system sets off a chain reaction that takes down all the others. The urinary system is offline. The circulatory system is in overdrive, with a failing heart pumping toxic blood at lethal pressures. The nervous system is short-circuiting, causing confusion, seizures, and unconsciousness. The respiratory system is crippled, with lungs filling with fluid and a severe oxygen shortage. The skeletal system is literally being dissolved from within. Every system is now crying out for help, but the others are too compromised to answer. The immune system, weakened by the toxic environment, can't fight off germs, leaving the body wide open to infections that can lead to sepsis. The digestive system is in distress, causing nausea and vomiting, which leads to malnutrition right when the body needs energy the most. Finally, the heart, overworked and oxygen-starved, begins to give out. The brain, poisoned and deprived of oxygen, ceases to function. The final domino falls, not with a quiet click, but with a deafening silence. The beautiful, intricate alliance that keeps us alive has been broken. The story of a single system failure is a dramatic reminder of a simple truth. You are not a collection of independent parts. You are a single, deeply interconnected whole. The health of your heart depends on your kidneys. The function of your brain depends on your lungs. The strength of your bones depends on a complex dance of hormones orchestrated by multiple organs. A failure in one is never just a failure in one, it's a threat to everything. Understanding this domino effect gives you a whole new appreciation for the silent, tireless work happening inside your body every single second. It's a biological miracle of collaboration, a fragile and powerful network that is truly incredible. If this journey into the body's amazing complexity fascinated you, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications for more deep dives into the science of you. And let us know in the comments which body system you'd like to see us put under the microscope next. Thanks for watching.